What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for PlayPicks.com. Going to talk a little Sunday night football here. Another huge Sunday night football game got flexed in here. We got the Rams at the Bears. As you can see here, a full betting breakdown over on PlayPicks.com. If you want to read along, if you want to read the article, just head to PlayPicks.com and you can click on this. And Nate has a nice breakdown for you in this thing here. As always, please hit the subscribe button down below. Hashtag keep Matt employed, trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So please do that. Please give us a thumbs up as well. And in the comments, let us know how you're going to play this game. Do you like the Rams? Do you like the Bears? Do you like the total bet instead? Or are you just going to pass on this thing? Of course, the sportsbook have to post every single game, but we do not have to bet every single game. So let us know what you think about this one in the comments section below. Of course, please head to dkpicks.com if you want the free $25 over there at DraftKings Sportsbook. And if you want to look at all of our offers, of course, playpicks.com/bonus. All right, looking at this thing here, guys, weather looks like it's going to be cold, really, really cold in this thing. Mid to upper 20s in this game here. Not a lot of wind, no precipitation, but still going to be below freezing there in Chicago. Rams 11-1 on the season, 6-0 at home, 5-1 on the road, 5-6-1 against the spread. Rams, last time we saw them grinding out that win against the Lions up there in Detroit. The Bears 8-4 on the season, 5-1 at home, 3-3 on the road, 8-4 against the spread. Last time we saw the Bears, they were actually losing to the New York Football Giants. Of course, that was with Chase Daniel under center. We will get back Mitch Trubisky this week. Of course, both of these teams very much in the playoff hunt, very much looking to make deep runs in the playoffs as well. Maybe even Super Bowl aspirations for the Bears team, certainly for the Rams team here. The Rams have already clinched the NFC West. However, they are still playing for that number one overall seed. So still lots to play for these guys. Scroll down here to the odds. You can see the various odds at the various books. Of course, we can look over here at DraftKings Sportsbook. Still at 3, gone to 51 over here at DraftKings. At FanDuel, we're at 351.5 still over here at FanDuel. And of course, 888, we're at 351.5. And BetStars, we're at 351 in this game. Seen this total come down a pretty good amount, actually. 67% of the bets, 52% of the money on the Rams, -3 here. So you can see the big discrepancy in the bets and the money. So some of the bigger bets coming in on the Bears in this thing. And 60% of the tickets and 63% of the money on the under. This might be the first time we've had an island game all year where the majority of the bets and the majority of the money is actually on the under. I think every video we've done, it's not been the case, but here it is. I mean, this total's dropped a full 2 points, 2.5 points, even at some books. So a lot of people looking to bet the under in this thing right here. You can even see since this article was posted, and then we click over here on DraftKings, that this thing has dropped even a 0.5 point since we posted the article this morning. So yeah, the thing is on the move there. I'll continue to scroll down here so you can read along if you want to. As we mentioned, Bears getting Mitchell Trubisky back under center. Todd Gurley's back up on the Rams side. Malcolm Brown broke his clavicle, so he's out. The backup there will be John Kelly, the guy that will be spelling Todd Gurley from time to time. But other than that, both of these teams are pretty healthy, actually. Of course, outside of the injuries that we already knew about, Cooper Kupp and whatnot, the guys that are out for the season. But as far as any guys that might be scratched for this game, seems like everybody's pretty healthy in this thing. All right, on the offensive side of the ball here, Rams 34.9 points per game, 439.9 yards per game. That is second in the league. 18th in red zone touchdown percentage, 4th most rush yards in the league. Obviously, you got Todd Gurley here. That doesn't surprise you. 6th in rush yards per attempt, so they've been very efficient as well. 4th in pass yards and 2nd in pass yards per attempt. Of course, we talk about this high-powered Rams offense, and you can see incredibly efficient rushing the ball, incredibly efficient passing the ball as well. 44.4% on third down conversions as well, so they are getting it done on third down. Offensive line, if you want to take a look here, 2nd graded run blocking unit, as that shows with all of the success they've had with Todd Gurley. 5th best pass blocking unit. So this offense just really and truly generational talents here. On the Bears side, 28.7 points per game, 351.6 yards per game. That's actually 20th in the league, 10th in red zone touchdown percentage. So when they've actually gotten down to the red zone, they've been able to get the ball in the end zone there. Eighth in rush attempts and 7th in rush percentage. So they really want to run the ball there for the Bears. However, this next statistic, 27th in rush yards per attempt. So they really want to run the ball, and they have been running the ball a ton. They just haven't been incredibly efficient while doing it. 19th in pass yards, 11th in pass yards per attempt, 39.6% third down conversion. So you can see converting at a full 5% less than the Rams are. Offensive line, 13th graded run blocking unit, 4th graded pass blocking unit. As far as pace goes, if you were wondering how fast these teams play, Rams, 9th fastest pace in the league. The Bears, 23rd in the league. So go ahead and scroll down a little bit further so you can continue reading along here. You can see some of the, as we scroll, some of these bets. You can get up to 500 at BetStars. And, of course, just some of these other ones we highlighted. Gurley, 100-plus rush yards and a Rams win is plus 230 over there at FanDuel. Sportsbook, Todd Gurley, first touchdown scorer at BetStars is plus 350. So stuff if you want to get in on some of those bets, of course, go right ahead. On the defensive side of the ball, Rams, 24.8 points per game allowed, 15th overall DVOA, 5th overall actually graded by Pro Football Focus. So they actually think that this team is a little bit better with the eye test than DVOA does. Pro Football Focus says they're 19th against the run, 18th in rush yards allowed per game, 30th in rush yards per attempt. So they've been giving it up when teams have decided to run against this team. So, again, something that the Bears, you would think, would try to establish against this team. They have the number one pass rush in the NFL, of course, whenever you're talking about, the likes of Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh and, Dante Fowler, all those guys like that, going to have a good pass rush for sure. 18th in pass coverage and 17th in pass yards allowed per game. I don't have to tell you all the credentials for the Bears team, but we will as we go along here. Anyway, 20.1 points per game allowed, number one DVOA, number one by Pro Football Focus, 3rd in yards allowed per game, 1st against the run, 3rd in rush yards allowed per attempt. They do have a 16th graded pass rush, so about the middle of the league when it comes to pass rush there, but then 1st in pass grade coverage, 3rd in pass yards per attempt allowed. So you can just see this defense is just an all-timer right here. I mean, one of the very best defenses in a long time. Continue to scroll down here, and guys, let's talk about how we think that this game could play out for us here. Let's make a case for the over in this game. Of course, we talked about how much money is coming in on the under, gotten down to 51.5 in most places. So let's make a case for the over. Case for the over would just be the Rams have a really, really good offense, and that really, really good offense is going to trump the good defense over there on the Bears side of the ball. You've got Todd Gurley as a weapon. You have Brandon Cooks. You obviously have Robert Woods. You have Reynolds, who's filled in for Cooper Kupp, who's actually been pretty good as well. And then, of course, Jared Goff has been playing quarterback very well this year as well. So the case for the over would just be that this high-powered offense is just able to outman the really good defense on the Bears side of the ball. And, of course, the way that the league is just refereed right now, you can't hit the quarterback. You can't basically touch a wide receiver. You can't do anything. So, maybe, as good as this Bears defense is, they just end up getting called for some penalties. The Rams are able to move the ball down the field for free, essentially. And, again, you've been watching games along as this year goes as well. The referees are just calling all kinds of crazy stuff this year. So, again, that could be a case for the over in this thing as well. Case for the under would just be that the Bears defense wins out, right? We went through those things. They're number one DVOA, number one Pro Football Focus, number one against the run. just number one in the league in so many different things. Vic Fangio has this defense just playing so efficiently. So, that'd be a case for the under. Another case would just be the cold weather, as we mentioned, mid to upper 20s there. Jared Goff, we're talking about the Rams, a California team anyway. Jared Goff, a California quarterback. And he's a guy that's only played in one game with freezing temperatures through his college and pro career. That was at Denver earlier this year, where he actually really struggled. This game's obviously going to be below freezing as well. And, of course, the Rams D, 25th against the run. So another case for the under would be that just the Bears find a lot of success running the ball. And, of course, if we're running the ball, the clock keeps running, and they want to run at a slow pace anyway, as we mentioned, in that bottom third of the league as far as pace goes. So, another case for the under could just be that the Bears find success on the ground. That keeps the clock running, keeps it under that 51.5 that we've seen. Some player props here. Of course, always Todd Gurley, first touchdown. If the Rams get the ball first and if they are able to get down the field, most likely case scenario would be Todd Gurley getting in the end zone. So, of course, you can always lean to that. Other than that, I'm be looking at the under in receiving yards for the Rams receivers here. Bears, #1 pass coverage, and I believe that they're going to be able to hold these guys under any of these numbers, unless, of course, whatever book you're looking at has kind of already depressed these numbers or something like that. But if the number looks too high to you, probably it is, and you should be going under on that thing. All right, so where are we going to go with this game here, guys? Look, can the Bears offense stop? I mean, can the Bears offensive line stop Aaron Donald? Can they stop Ndamukong Suh? Can they stop, these guys from destroying Mitchell Trubisky? That's going to be a big, big factor in this game. And don't forget, the Rams also traded for Dante Fowler as well. Like I said, a good edge pass rusher for them as well. Aaron Donald just playing like the best defensive player basically we've ever seen in the NFL. And then don't forget, on the other side of the ball, you've got this Rams playmakers. Like, are they going to be able to find success against this Bears defense where they have 3 corners ranked in the top 15 in the league, according to Pro Football Focus, who sits there and watches every single game, watches every single play? 3 of their corners in the top 15 of all the corners that have been ranked so far this year that qualify. So will these playmakers have room to get anything done on the Rams side of the ball here? I mean, that's going to be another one of these things. I mean, listen, Sean McVay versus Vic Fangio in this is just awesome for a football fan, right? I mean, one of the brightest offensive minds, one of the best defensive minds, and seeing which one is going to win out here is going to be great. This Bears defense, though, look, their first DVOA versus the run and versus the pass here. They're forcing over 2 turnovers per game. And as we mentioned, Jared Goff, very, very small sample size. He's only played 1 game in his career in freezing temperatures, but it was at Denver. They squeaked out a 23-20 victory over that Broncos team, but Jared Goff played a very, very bad game. And this Bears defense is obviously better than that Denver defense is as well. My real play in this one's going to be the under. I actually got this at 53. I think that there's still some value on the under at 51.5. I can see this Rams offense struggling really for the first time this season against this Bears defense in these weather conditions and against just how well they play against the run and the pass here. And I don't expect this Bears offense that we really haven't seen, really light up the scoreboard as it is anyway, having an incredible amount of success against the Rams either. So my main play in this game is just to play the under. Again, I did get an extra 1.5 because I got on this at 53, but even at 51.5, I still think that you're probably doing pretty well right there. If I had to play a side, I would lean towards the Bears here. And I don't know, depending on how the night goes, maybe I'll play some sort of teaser with the Bears and the under as well. I just feel like this is a fairly getting the points at home with this Bears defense here and against this this Rams defense, where I believe that they might be able to find some success on the ground, keep this thing close, and we are getting points here. That's the side I would play if it came down to it. Really, really looking more at the under in this one. I expect both teams to kind of struggle here. Guys, really appreciate you watching the video. Of course, as always, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the thumbs up video on the video here and let everybody know that you like what's going on here. And in the comments, let me know how you're playing this game. Really want to know how you're doing this. And again, we're going to get to a point to where we just start. You know what? Hell, let's start with this one. Guess the final score of this game. If you guess the final score exactly in the comment section below, then I'll send you a $25 Amazon gift card. So how about that? We'll just start it with this video. Hopefully you watched all the way to the end, and now you can take advantage of that. So put whatever you think the exact score is going to be in the comments below. If you happen to get the exact score right, boom, there we go. We'll send you a $25 Amazon gift card. How about that? Sound good? Good. Appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you watching this thing, and we will be back for Monday Night Football. Hey guys, thanks for checking out this video. While you're here, hit that subscribe button right down below. Make sure you never miss a video. When you get done doing that, please head to playpicks.com/bonus for the very best deposit bonus and free money offers on the internet.